Okay, good afternoon, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and get started on this presentation today. So thank you for joining me this afternoon. My name is Kristin Schultz, and I am one of the admissions advisors here at SUNY Plattsburgh. This afternoon, I'm going to be sharing with you some information about SUNY Plattsburgh, your time here as a student and what that may look like, and kind of what to expect. So let's get started. So just to go over some fast facts about SUNY Plattsburgh, we were founded in 1889, originally as a teaching college that consisted of only one building back then, Hawkins Hall, the building you can see in the background of this photo. And since then, we have grown tremendously. So now we boast a campus of over 300 acres with 36 different buildings. We have an undergraduate student body of around 4,800, and this is about students that come from about 32 different states and 66 different countries. So we do have a very diverse student body at SUNY Plattsburgh. We also offer over 60 different majors and minors for students to choose from, everything from business to nursing to education, which we'll cover more later. And really, this presentation is a chance for you to learn more about SUNY Plattsburgh and what your time here might look like if you decide to attend for college. Hopefully, I'll be able to answer any questions you have as you start to make your college decisions, or if you're new to the process, just starting to think about it. And I hope during this presentation, you'll be able to really envision what it's like to be a student and get a sneak peek into our campus. All right, so your first taste of SUNY Plattsburgh as a student is going to really come at orientation. Your journey to Plattsburgh will begin over the summer with new student orientation, and this will be before classes even begin. Summer orientation typically takes place the month of July. So it is based off of your birth month, so you'll get a notification letting you know what your orientation dates are in the month of July. It's usually a 2-day event overnight on campus. And I know that summers can be very busy and hectic for a lot of people, and vacations and things like that may come up. So if you can't make your orientation date, you can always contact the orientation office and they can work with you to try to get you in on a different date. At orientation, you're going to have the ability to mingle and meet with incoming students. You'll get to spend the night on campus in the residence hall, so you'll get your first taste of on-campus living. You'll get to eat in the dining hall, participate in icebreakers, become familiar with different programs on the campus, and really get to learn more about each other and the other students that are going to be coming in as freshmen with you. You'll also be provided your first semester schedule at orientation. And I know this is a big one for a lot of students. They really want to know what classes they're going to be taking. So this is where you'll be able to figure that out. You'll be able to talk to an advisor, pick your classes, and kind of get everything situated. One thing to note, if you are taking any AP, college level, or IB classes in high school right now, we do accept credits for those. So you're going to want to make sure that you send those credits in at the end of your senior year so that we can review them. But typically we accept a 3 or higher for AP classes, a C or better on college courses, and a 6 or higher on IB classes. And if you do have any questions, you can always reach out to us in the admissions office and we'd be happy to talk to you about that. Another great opportunity at orientation that you may want to take advantage of with your family is really getting to explore the region around SUNY Plattsburgh. So we are located up in the Adirondacks. We have a beautiful campus, but we are also about an hour from Montreal, Canada, and an hour from Burlington, Vermont, which is a really fun destination for students to explore and spend some time. We're also really close to Lake Placid. We have beautiful hiking trails and lakes around our campus. So there is a lot to do and a lot to see when you come up for summer orientation. So after orientation, you're going to go home for a little while, and then you'll return to campus towards the end of August for the start of your freshman year. And that's going to kick off with opening week. And really at opening week is going to be a chance for you to kind of get acclimated to everything and get situated. Also, after orientation, before you move in, you will receive your residence hall assignments and your roommates. So you'll have a chance to kind of connect with each other if you'd like before you move in to kind of get everything situated and organized as you plan who's going to bring what. There's a couple different processes in selecting a roommate that I do want to mention. One is that you can request a roommate if you know somebody who's coming to Plattsburgh, or if you meet somebody at orientation or throughout the process that you may think might be a good fit to live with. You can request to live with them. The other option is going to be you're going to fill out a housing questionnaire. And on your housing questionnaire, they're going to ask you questions like, are you an early riser? Are you neat? Are you messy? Do you like to study early or late? Do you listen to music? What are your preferences? And you're really going to want to be as honest as you can with this housing form, because that's going to help them pair you up with your roommate, and from there, the person that you'll be living with for the next year. We have 12 different residence halls on our campus, and 3 of them are freshmen only. So if you wanted to live in a dorm with other students who are also incoming freshmen, you can request that. And we also offer 2 upperclassmen only residence halls. So if there's any transfer students listening, and perhaps you're interested in living on campus, this may be an option for you as well. Our freshman residence halls also have really cool themed floors where you can choose to live with other students who maybe share similar interests to you, such as the outdoors, sciences, leadership, and a variety of other things. During move-in, you'll also meet your CA, or community advocate, who's really going to be a great resource for you about living on campus and all things related to SUNY Plattsburgh and getting acclimated as a student. They're also going to coordinate different events on the floor where you guys can get to know each other, like game nights or movie nights or activities. And this is a great thing to join in and really get to know other people that are living in your residence halls. I definitely would encourage you to take advantage of that. Also, as you become more familiar with the campus, and from what you saw maybe when you came up for orientation, you may want to become more familiar with the city of Plattsburgh itself and where you're going to be able to get different things that you need throughout your time on campus. We do have a nice sized city in Plattsburgh. It's not huge, but we do have a lot of amenities that our students can take advantage of. We do have an uptown area about 5-minute drive from campus where you can find a grocery store, Walmart, Target, Bed Bath & Beyond, a variety of fast food restaurants and coffee shops, and all really the necessary things that you might need as a student. You also may want to check out our downtown area, and that's where you're going to find a lot of our local flavors and restaurants, and that's about a 5 to 10 minute walk from campus, so very easy to get to. There you're going to see a lot of local restaurants. One of my personal favorites is going to be Our House Bistro, which actually has 27 different flavors of macaroni and cheese. So you can make it your personal goal during your time at Plattsburgh to try them all. We also have options like Italian food, Asian food, Greek, and all different kinds of things that you can taste. So after you get settled into your residence halls, you're going to kick off your first semester. And typically your first semester is going to be about 5 classes at Plattsburgh, and you'll usually spend your first year or 2 fulfilling your general education requirements. So these are going to be classes in areas like history, math, science, philosophy, things like that. You may also have a couple classes within your major if you have declared a major, or if you're coming in undecided, you may choose to take a couple classes in areas that you're thinking about pursuing to see if that's something you might be interested in. This is also why you need to submit your any college courses that you're taking in high school. So we'll do our best to ensure that you're taking at least 1 class within your major at the beginning. You may also get the opportunity to be invited to join our honors program at Plattsburgh. And our honors program has 2 different tracks for students. So one is the ability to take gen ed courses in a smaller, more intimate setting. It's going to be kind of a roundtable discussion of about 15 students or so. So very small, a lot of discussions and back and forth conversations. The second is the option to do graduate level type work as an undergraduate student. So this is going to be the opportunity to write a thesis as an undergraduate student, defend it and present it in front of a board before graduation as part of the honors program. You'll also have a lot of support available during your freshman year, including your academic advisor and professors who will hold office hours if you need to meet with them about any questions that you have or classes that you're taking. Your academic advisor will be there to help you navigate your major or decide on a major if you're still undecided, and help you select your classes moving forward for each semester. We also have our Learning Center and our Center for Student Support Services for those who may need a little bit extra help or guidance. This offers options like free tutoring services and things like that if you find that you need to take advantage of that. So declaring a major is something that you can do either as you come in as a freshman or something you would do down the road as a student if you're still undecided. And this is a list of not all of our majors, but some of the more popular ones that we offer here at SUNY Plattsburgh. And as you can see, we've separated them into 3 different schools. So our first school is the Arts and Sciences, which will include many of our liberal arts majors. Here you can find programs in the arts and humanities, including studio art, ceramics, a minor in art therapy. Just a little fun fact, we are often called a museum without walls because of the extensive artwork that we actually have displayed in and around campus. So if you ever get a chance to come to campus, definitely make sure you check that out. You'll also find programs like communication studies, English, political science, psychology, and criminal justice, as well as the hard sciences like biology, chemistry, biochemistry, and biomedical sciences, which is our pre-med track for students who may be interested in pursuing something in the medical field. We also are the only SUNY school to offer a 4-year degree in robotics. Our second school is Education, Health, and Human Services, and here we offer 2 different education programs with 5-year bachelor's to master's. So perhaps you're thinking about going into the education field. We offer adolescent education and childhood education, both with a 5-year bachelor's to master's track. With adolescent education, students would do their undergraduate degree in a concentration area like math, science, history, or foreign language, and then they'll do their master's degree in education and will be certified to teach grades 7 through 12. For our childhood and special education, students will be certified to teach birth through 6 in both childhood and special education. And maybe you're interested in something like speech pathology or audiology. That would be our communication sciences and disorders major, which would be a great opportunity to get involved in that area. We also offer a 4-year program in social work, nutrition, and fitness and wellness leadership, which has a couple different options within it. If you're interested in pursuing something like athletic training, physical therapy or occupational therapy, or maybe even owning your own fitness facility someday. And now I just want to touch on our nursing program. We do have a very competitive nursing program here at SUNY Plattsburgh. And our nursing major is a direct entry freshman program. So you will actually come in as a nursing student in your freshman year. It is a very popular major and it is very demanding, and we typically get around 1,000 applications for a limited number of spots each year. There are different requirements for the nursing program versus our other majors, so if you are interested in nursing, I please ask you to reach out to the admissions office, and one of our advisors would be happy to talk to you about what we're looking for in terms of that program. Last, our School of Business and Economics includes 12 majors, and all of our business programs are internationally accredited through AACSB, which is the highest accreditation for business programs. So this really gives our business programs a lot of value. We are also the only SUNY to offer a 4-year major in entrepreneurship, and we have majors in global supply chain management and hospitality management, which are 2 very fast-growing fields within the business world. If you're not sure what you want to major in, as I've mentioned a couple times, that's totally fine. You do have the option to come in undecided. I like to say undecided is our most popular major, and you'll work with an academic advisor to really find a major that fits you. Right, so getting involved. Now that I've talked about the academic side of things, let's talk a little bit more about what you can do outside of the classroom at SUNY Plattsburgh. And there's a lot of different things that you can take advantage of. As you can see, we have more than 100 student clubs and organizations on campus, and this includes everything from academic clubs to honor societies, Greek life, ski club, and more. We also offer a lot of different events throughout the school year, including one of my favorites, Community Night in the beginning of the semester, where community members, students, and faculty all gather around Hawkins Pond to welcome everybody back and really celebrate the start of the school year. There's music and food trucks and all kinds of things like that. Students also get daily emails that share about the different things happening on campus, so it's always easy for you to stay up to date with what's going on and what you might be interested in getting involved in. We also do a student involvement fair at the start of the semester where all of our clubs and organizations are available for you to kind of browse and explore and see what you might be interested in joining. And then our sports. Let's talk a little bit about Cardinal athletics. Maybe you're interested in playing some sports in college, or you're just looking for a school that has really good school spirit. We definitely have that at SUNY Plattsburgh. Here we offer 18 different NCAA Division III athletics. Our hockey teams are pretty awesome. I would definitely say that that is our most popular sport for students to go to. The games are always very high energy and a lot of fun. And our hockey teams are pretty much nationally ranked every year, so it brings a lot of excitement to it. Our women's hockey team has actually won the most consecutive championship titles in the history of the NCAA Division III sports. So that's pretty cool to kind of boast about. We have a club called the Cardinal Red Zone, where students will get all decked out in their red Plattsburgh gear, maybe paint their faces, get everybody excited, and really bring a lot of energy and hype to the games. We also offer club and intramural sports. So maybe you're thinking about doing something that keeps you athletically involved, but maybe not as demanding as a Division III sports. Clubs and intramural is a great opportunity to do that. Or maybe you're just looking to try out a new sport because you've been interested in it. That might be a great way to go as well. We also have our fitness center, which is currently in the process of getting remodeled. It's called Memorial Hall. And once that's done, we're going to have an awesome workout center for students that's going to have cardio rooms, weight machines, a rock climbing wall, group exercise rooms, and so much more. So that's definitely something to look forward to as well. All right, so your second year, I know it seems like your first year just flew by, but kind of looking ahead into your second year and beyond, this is really where you're going to start thinking about, if you don't already have a major, declaring that major, or if you do have a major, perhaps adding on a minor, which we'll talk about momentarily. You may know exactly what you want to do coming into SUNY Plattsburgh, and that's great. Like I said, if you don't know, that's fine as well. We'll definitely help guide you. But let's talk about some different options on adding on a second major or minor as a student. So students that are coming in and know exactly what they want to do, maybe you're interested in something like marketing, and you've known you want to do something in the marketing fields forever, and you know you want to be in business. You can talk to your academic advisor about other opportunities to help broaden that major and discover other ways that you can incorporate it. For example, adding in graphic design as a minor is a great way to go into marketing and graphic design. Psychology students often look at social work, sociology, another great option. We have political science and criminal justice if you know you want to do something along that field, computer science and physics. Really a lot of different options to talk about and things that you can do. You don't have to add a double major or a minor to your programs, but a lot of times it's only a couple additional classes to do that, and it really helps broaden your resume and the ability to see a bunch of different programs and gain some valuable experience for when you graduate and decide what your next steps are going to be after that. Your advisor is also going to work with you throughout your entire undergraduate program to make sure that you're staying on track with all of your courses, helping you register for classes every semester, making sure that you're hitting all of the classes that you need so that you can stay on track for that 4-year graduation timeline, and also talking to you about what your options are going to look like or what to explore after you graduate and what you're going to do after that. So one thing that I'm sure is important to many of you, and I hear from students a lot of times, is what can I do outside of the classroom within my major that's going to give me opportunities for learning? Within SUNY Plattsburgh, just about every major has some type of learning component outside of the classroom or experiential learning. This could be practicums, class projects, trips, things like that. For example, within our journalism magazine journalism program, we actually have our own on-campus magazine called Due North. And this magazine is actually the in-flight magazine for Penn Air, which is the airline that flies out of the local Plattsburgh area. So students have the opportunity to put together this entire magazine edit it, and send it to print. And then these magazines are sent to the airline to go in the seat backs behind the chairs like you see on flights. We also have our student newspaper, a student radio station, and a student television station as well that you can get involved in if you're in that field. And students that may be interested in communication sciences and disorders, or as I said earlier, speech pathology or audiology, we actually do have a speech and hearing clinic on campus where you can actually observe patients from the local community that have speech and hearing issues and learn about different diagnoses and things like that. We also have our Traumatic Brain Injury Center on campus. We have an adult daycare for those with Alzheimer's, and we have a Nexus program, which identifies students who may be on the autism spectrum. So those are definitely things that you can get some hands-on experience as an undergraduate student at Plattsburgh. If you're interested maybe in computer science, we also have our White Hat Hacker Space, or our Center for Cybersecurity and Technology, which is a great place to go in and do some ethical hacking and learning about computer science. And what's nice about SUNY Plattsburgh is that if you're looking at a four-year college with students for research opportunities, a lot of times at the bigger universities, those research opportunities are really reserved for graduate level or PhD students or things like that. At SUNY Plattsburgh, you have the opportunity to participate in these things as an undergraduate student. Also, we underwent a large renovation recently on our sciences building, and with that, we brought in new technology like a DNA sequencer, an MNR machine, and a CMR machine, and a $50,000 radar gun that students actually take onto Lake Champlain to collect data samples and bring them into the labs. And these are all equipment that you can be using as an undergraduate student at SUNY Plattsburgh. So now talking about some experience off campus or in an internship format. When the time comes during your college experience, you'll have the chance to meet with an internship coordinator within your program. And this is typically going to be your junior or senior year, who will help you work out to figure out what a good internship is for you in different areas. Maybe there's something you've always dreamt of doing an internship in, a field, a business, a company, something like that. This is when you'll talk to your internship advisor and your academic advisor about that opportunity and what you need to do to perhaps land that dream internship. We'll do whatever we can to help assist you with that, but really it's going to come down to you letting us know what you're interested in and letting us work with you to help figure out how we can get you to that dream internship. So some of you may already have leadership roles within your high school, or some of you are maybe coming to college looking for more ways to take on a leadership position as you begin to build up your skill set and involved in student clubs and taking, although that is one great way. The other way is, get involved in the classroom. Raise your hand when professors ask questions. Participate in class discussions. Talk with one another. Foster that sense of growth and community around campus. Perhaps you want to become a community advocate or a CA in a residence hall. That's a great way to kind of take on a leadership role and get involved in different things, along with our student clubs and organizations and the different e-board positions that we offer. There's so many different ways to get involved in campus, and it's really just about putting yourself out there and seeing what you might be interested in. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about study away or study abroad. Some students know right off the bat that they definitely want to participate in a study abroad experience during their time in college. Some aren't so sure that that's what they want to do. Totally fine, we always have the option available at SUNY Plattsburgh. Because we're a SUNY school, you actually have the luxury of utilizing all 600 study abroad locations throughout the SUNY system. So this is a great opportunity for you to explore really anywhere in the world that you're thinking about maybe checking out. We also offer a variety of different time frames to study abroad as well. So maybe you're not ready to commit to a full semester We have short-term options and long-term options, as well as summer options as well. So maybe you don't want to go away for during the school year, but you want to do something over the summer. This is where you have the opportunity to talk to our GEO office, who handles study abroad, and they'll be able to tell you about the different opportunities available and what might fit in your schedule or your program. We also have our National Student Exchange, and this is a really unique program. We're actually only one of 4 SUNYs to participate in this National Student Exchange. But what it does is it allows our students to travel within the United States to take classes at a different college at SUNY Plattsburgh prices. So you'll spend a semester at a different college, maybe somewhere out west like Colorado or California or Hawaii, taking classes for a semester and the opportunity to explore that area and see what they have to offer. This is also a great opportunity for students who are maybe thinking about graduate school in a certain area after they finish up at Plattsburgh, and it gives them the opportunity to explore. Or maybe you just want to get out for a winter and go to some warmer weather in Hawaii or California and spend your semester there. All right, so as you move through your time at SUNY Plattsburgh and the different things you'll get involved in and be doing, it's really going to start helping you prepare for graduation and the next steps. And I know that that probably seems a very long way off for you, especially now as you're just focusing on high school graduation. But I promise you that college graduation is going to come before you know it. So we really want to make sure that you are as prepared as possible when you graduate to take those next steps, whether it's to enter the workforce, go on to graduate school, whatever you're thinking about doing, SUNY Plattsburgh wants to be here to help you with that. Our Career Development Center is going to be a great resource for you with this every step of the way. This office, you can literally walk in with a blank sheet of paper and they will sit down and help you develop a cover letter or a resume or whatever you need for those different things that you're looking to pursue. They also do mock interviews where you'll come in fully dressed like it's an interview, sit down with somebody one-on-one, answer the interview questions, and then after that, they'll provide feedback and offer suggestions on how to make the interview even better for you, so that when you actually go to do the real interview, you feel fully prepared. They'll also help you with assisting to declare a different major if you decide, maybe you come in as a certain major and you decide you changed your mind, you want to pursue something else. We can help you with that as well, or finding different career paths with our skills assessment test. Maybe you have no idea what you want to do and you're not sure what you want to pursue. This test will help you kind of narrow down where your skills lie and what some majors might be that are a good fit for that. We also offer our Cardinal Connect, which is an opportunity for students to look for jobs and internships, both as a student at Plattsburgh, but also as an alumni after you graduate. So this is a great way down the road to come back and maybe see what opportunities are available if you're looking for a career change or a new job after a couple years. And as I mentioned, graduation will be here before you know it. It flies by, I can promise you that. We want to just make sure that we are here to provide you with all of the resources to be as successful in college and beyond. But it's also up to you as a student to be an advocate and use your ask questions during your time here. Take advantage of the resources that we have to offer. Take advantage of the services and different things to get involved in. And if you do that, you may be one of the over 90% of our students who are in graduate school or have a job within 6 months of graduation. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what we're looking for in an applicant. So when you apply to SUNY Plattsburgh, we're typically looking for a high school student with the middle 50% is about an 85 to 92 high school GPA. That's the middle 50 that we see. We also do require the SAT or ACT when you apply. And with the SAT, the middle 50% is about a 1060 to an 1180. And the middle 50% for the ACT is around a 21 to 25. So that's a good basis for you to kind of see where we're looking for. If you have any questions about admissions requirements, especially within certain programs, as I mentioned, nursing is a little bit different. please feel free to reach out to our admissions office. We'd be happy to talk to you about what the program's looking for, if there are any specific requirements, or give you an idea of what we're looking for overall. We are not test optional, so we do require that you submit either the SAT or the ACT. And we do super score the SAT if you have taken multiple tests, so we will give you the best overall combined score. And if I do have any transfer students who are listening today, for that we're looking for the middle 50% of around 2.6 to 3.3 college GPA. And our scholarships for all students are automatically awarded. Again, if you have any questions about any of that, you can reach out to us. Our admissions office is available. Send us an email at admissions@plattsburgh.edu, and one of our admissions advisors will get back to you. And then just some dates and deadlines to keep in mind. So we are actually rolling admissions at SUNY Plattsburgh, so we don't have a specific deadline to apply by certain dates. This just makes it a little bit easier for you to get an admissions decision, know if you're missing any materials, and have enough time before that May 1st deadline. So for fall applications, we usually recommend around December 1st for freshmen and March 1st for transfers. Also, the FAFSA will open up in October, so making sure you get that filed and sent in to us by December so that we can get you a financial aid package. And our deposit deadline stays at May 1st. Okay, and then we would love for you to connect with us. So if you want to stay up to date on what's going on at Plattsburgh a little bit, feel free to follow us on social media. We do have Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. And if you follow the hashtag PlattsLife, you'll be able to see everything that's going on around campus. All right, and with that, sorry about that. Well, with that, I would like to thank you all for joining us today. If you do have any questions, please feel free to reach out to the admissions office. I am happy to answer any questions at the moment. If you do have any, other than that, feel free to email us at admissions@plattsburgh.edu, and we hope to see you on campus. Thanks. Have a great evening.